Every day around the world, thousands of women and men are embarking on journeys to deliver family planning into the hands of women. Once a month, Fulas makes the trip from his village into town, in the Oromo region of Ethiopia. It's a 4-mile walk to the nearest road, and there's still a long way to go. Fulas is on his way to attend a regular meeting. He's a community-based distributor, a CBD, and without him, and others like him, there would be very little access to contraception in rural Ethiopia. Most of the time, he's a farmer and has been nominated for this work by the village elders. It is considered a position of honor. Today, he'll be collecting a month's supply of contraception for his village. Like other community-based distributors, his responsibility is to pass on information about family planning to his village, as well as provide contraceptives. Here at the regional office of FGAE, the Family Guidance Association of Ethiopia, these CBDs have arrived for their monthly meeting. All these men and women are volunteers and have to take time off from their regular work to do this. Fulas has had to ensure that his fields will be tended while he's away. FGAE establishes links with rural and urban communities in order to provide family planning services when nothing else is available. The volunteer CBDs, appointed by community leaders, are then trained for this work. In this society, each child is considered an additional asset, with a valuable role to play in the family. Collecting water and tending animals are labor-intensive jobs, and more hands to do the work make for a more prosperous life, it is thought. But the reality is that the more mouths there are to feed, the more water that is needed, the more bodies there are to clothe, and the more education there is to pay for, the harder life becomes. Jamila has 7 surviving children. There was no provision for or understanding of family planning before FGAE came to work in her village.
Gabaabsanii qusatanii mootummaan kun akka duraanitti miti akka gizee kennaa sanii miti dawaa fudhadhaa jedha limoon hinjira fudhadhaa jedha kana fudhachuu qaba silaan bira tarree deene rakkannullee rakkanne guddifanne warra hafeef barmoota akka ta'u anillee mataa kiyyaan barsiisee kanaan jedhatate barsiisuu hin danda'a namni barate barachuu fi kan baratiin barsiisuu kan jedhamu sun kana waan ta'eef baay'ee tokko rakkadhe.
Ethiopia's population today is 85 million. 2/3 of those are under 25 years of age. The population is projected to increase dramatically to 120 million by 2025. 38 million of those will be young people. Tsahai is on her way to her family planning appointment. She lives a long way from the FGAE clinic, and sometimes household obligations cause her to miss her appointments. She has missed her 3-monthly injection schedule more than once, so she wants to ask if she can have a longer-term method. Fulas is running his regular clinic and is passing on information about the benefits of planning a family.
የተመጣጠነ አይደለም የተመጣጠነ ምግብም አያገኙም በችግር ነው የሚያርጉት ስለዚህ ይሄንን ከእንዲህ አይነት ሁኔታ ልጆቻችሁን አርቃችሁ በጥሩ ሁኔታ ወልዳችሁ በጥሩ ሁኔታ እንድታሳድጉ ልጆቻችሁ ፍቅርና ጤናማ ሆነው የእናትን ፍቅር ይዘው ጤናማ ሆነው እንዲያርጉ ለማስተማርም ለቁም ነገር ለማድረስም እንዲቻል ማለት ነው ሰው ስዕሉን አይታችሁታል ለመመጠን ምን ማድረግ አለብን መከላከያ መውሰድ አለብን
Community-based distributors like Fulas are trained to educate and to advise on methods of contraception. They can dispense condoms and pills, but will call on the specialist services of medically qualified FGAE personnel to give IUDs, injections and implants. CBDs are often men, as literacy is a requirement of the position, and it is usually only men who are literate. Every CBD has a consultation room available. For Fulas, this work is far removed from his normal job of working the land.
አገር ሰላም ነው ሰላም መጣሽ እንዴት ነው መከላከያው እየተስማማሽ ነው ወይ አዎ መርፌም ተጠቅመሻል ኪኒኒም ተጠቅመሻል ምንም ችግር የለውም እና አሁን
Tsahai wants to change to an implant as a long-term method of contraception. Getting herself to the clinic, even once every 3 months for an injection, has proved difficult for her. So the prospect of only having to visit once every 3 years is very attractive. She discussed this with Fulas at her last consultation and has now made a decision. An FGAE nurse would normally come to put in the implant, but in Fulas's village, the health extension worker at the nearby government-run health post will do the job. FGAE has been so successful at implementing family planning that the Ethiopian Health Ministry is now integrating its methods into its own program. Cooperation between the government department and the NGO is working well, and the health extension workers are now taking on the more complex tasks, as well as providing additional sources of information.
እኛ ጋር ያለው እንኪላኖን ነው ለ3 አመት የሚያገለግል በእጅሽ ላይ ይሄን ወስደሽ እስከ 7 ቀን የሚታሸግልሽን ከስራ ያለችውን ፕላስቲክ አታወጪ ከላይ ያለውን ደግሞ ጨርቅ አለ የሚታሸግ ጥሩ ነው ተወስጃለሽ አለ
ከሌላው ነፃ ነች
Where there is no health post or health extension worker, the Family Guidance Association provides the additional help required. Kabe, the local CBD in this village, was unable to collect his supplies this month, so Mustafa, his FGAE contact, has brought them to him. Mustafa will also take this opportunity to talk to the women about family planning.
ምናልባት ከዚህ በፊት የወሊድ መቆጣጠሪያ አብዛኛውን ጊዜ በእኛ አካባቢ ወይም በእኛ ሀገር የተለመደም አይደለም በመጀመሪያ ይሄንን ሳናውቅ ሳይመጣልን በቃ በአመቱ በቃ ደጋግሞ በመውለድ ላይ በላው በመውለድ ህፃናቶች ልጆችንም እየተጎዱ ነበር እየጎዳን ነበር እኛም መጀመሪያ የተወለደው ልጅ በመጣል ሁለተኛውን በያዝ ህፃኑ እየተጎዳ ነበር ምናልባት ያኔ መጀመሪያውን ስንከባከብ ያኛው በእግሩ መሄድ የሚችለው እንኳን በእግሩ ሳይሄድ በዱብ ጊዜ ይቆይ ነበር እኛ አሁን በጣም እናመሰግነው ይሄ ቤተሰብ መምሪያ ይሄንን ቤተሰብ ምጣኔን በማምጣቱ በጣም ነው እኔ ብዙ ለውጥ አይቻለሁ እንዴት ነው እሱ ለውጥ ያ በላይ መውለዱ ቀርቶ አሁን እያራራቀን እንወልዳለን ቤተሰባችንን እንመራለን እኛም እንመራለን አገራችንንም ኑሯችንንም ለውጠናል ማለት እንችላለን እኔ እንደራሴ ማለት ነው ስለዚህ እኔ በጣም ነው ደስ ያለኝ ይሄ ቤተሰብ መጣጤ በመምጣቱ በጣም ለውጥ አለ አሁንም ወደፊትም ይኖራል አሁንም ለውጥ አለ
Mustafa is one of the FGA's staff who can administer injections and implants, like this nurse at this regional centre. Here, another function of FGAE is to organise youth discussion groups. A chance to talk about sex always guarantees a good turnout.
መጀመሪያ ላይ ማለት ነው ገብቶሻል እንዴት መሰለሽ ጓደኛ ትይዣለሽ ዝም ብለሽ ጓደኛ ሴክስ ካላለ ማለት ነው ማንኛውም ወንድም እኮ ጓደኛሽ ነው ማለት እኮ ነው ገብቶሻል ለመሃል ላይ ማለት ነው ከዛን ቀጥሎ ምንድነው ወደ ሴክስ ምናምን ነገር ሊሆን ይችላል ሴክስ አደረግሽ ማለት ደግሞ ኃላፊነት የለሽም ማለት ነው አንቺ እኮ ኃላፊነት የሚኖርሽ መች መሰለሽ ገና ከእናትሽ ማህፀን ስትወጪ ነው ኃላፊነት ያለብሽ
አይደለም ኃላፊነቱ እንዳለብኝ ስለማቅ እዚህ ጋር ሴክስ አላደርግም መበታቀብ ራሴን ጠብቄ ራሴን ሳቀው በትዳር ስወሰን ነው ማደርገው ነው እንጂ እዚህ ጋር ሴክስ አደረኩ ማለት ኃላፊነት የለብኝም ለማለት አይደለም ግን ኃላፊነቴ ስላለብኝ መድረስ ያለብኝ ቦታ ላይ እስከምደርስ ድረስ ሴክስ አላደርግም በቃ ይሄ የራሴን ዓላማ ስለሚገታብኝ ነው የራሴ ዓላማ ነው
Religion may have prohibitive views on sex and contraception, but youths from all faiths can come together and freely express their opinions at peer group meetings such as this, as well as sex education workshops. Family planning programs, as part of wider sexual and reproductive health services, can have a profound impact on the health and well-being of women and their children, as well as on the social and economic development of communities and countries. Giving women control over how many children they have and when they have them empowers women and is a central pillar of reducing maternal and child mortality. The Family Guidance Association of Ethiopia now has a successful relationship with the Ethiopian Ministry of Health, working in conjunction with the ministry to provide such a program where previously there was none.
እዚህ ላይ እንግዲህ እንደነው ከጤና ኤክስቴንሽኖች ጋር በጣም ጥሩ እንቅስቃሴ ላይ ነው ቀደም ሲል ካለው በአሁኑ ሰዓት እየተወያየን በውይይት ችግሮችን እየፈታን ያለውን ስራ በጋራ ስለምንሰራ የኖር ፕላንቱን የሚሰራው አንዳንድ ጊዜ ደግሞ ፒልስ በሚያንሳቸው ድረስ ከኛ ጋር እየወሰዱ የሚሰሩበት ሰዓት ስላለ በአሁኑ ሰዓት ቆንጆ ስራና ቆንጆ ሂደት ነው ያለው ማለት ነው
ስለዚህ ተግባባ
FGAE is one of a worldwide network of associations who are all members of IPPF, the International Planned Parenthood Federation. IPPF plays a unique role in more than 170 countries to make sure supplies reach those who need them most. Community-based distributors live and work in the communities they serve. And unlike unwieldy government health ministries, they can reach the smallest and most marginalized of those communities. Access to a reliable supply of contraceptives, condoms, medicines and equipment is at the heart of what IPPF does and key to achieving the Millennium Development Goals, which aim to improve countries' development prospects and include goals to reduce child and maternal mortality. Without the right supplies that are reliable, consistent and affordable, people will suffer and development programs will fail.
Emunya no ya, simi dono ima. Emunya no ya, simi dampo ima. Iya fanoga, simi dampo ima. Emunya no ya, simi serjo ima. Iya fanoga, simi dampo ima. Emunya no ya, simi serjo ima.